Welcome to Chacan Ranch, my friends. Today I wanted to share my easy no-knead sourdough bread recipe. It's a beginner's recipe and it's really easy to follow. So let's get started. All you're gonna need is a large mixing bowl, a wooden spoon, a kitchen scale, water, flour, salt, and your sourdough starter. First, measure out 385 grams of filtered water. To that, add 12 grams of salt, 100 grams of sourdough starter, active and bubbly, and 520 grams of strong bread flour. As always, I recommend King Arthur bread flour. Mix really well into a shaggy ball of dough. As long as everything is incorporated and all of the flour is hydrated. Cover with plastic and leave it for 30 minutes to rest. After 30 minutes, perform your first stretch and fold. To perform a stretch and fold, make sure you have slightly wet hands. Gently lift up one corner of the dough and stretch it upwards. Then fold it over towards the middle like an envelope. Do that 3 more times. Cover with plastic and let it sit for another 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you do another stretch and fold series. Altogether, you're going to do 4 stretch and folds every 30 minutes for the first 2 hours. By the third and fourth stretch and fold, the dough should be very elastic and strong. You shouldn't have to wet your hands as much since the dough will be a lot less sticky. After you're done all of the stretch and folds, cover with plastic and leave the dough on your counter or on top of your fridge overnight. In the morning, the bowl should be overflowing with your dough. It should be very jiggly, very bubbly, very soft, and full. Take all of that out onto your counter. And shape your dough by folding over one half and then the second half, and then folding it over 2 more times the opposite way, as you see on the video. Let it rest for 15 minutes on your counter. Don't forget to add some rice flour into your proofing basket. And then do the final shaping as you see I am doing in the video. With slightly wet hands, you just kind of roll the dough sideways to the right and then towards yourself, and then kind of tucking the dough underneath. So the top will have the tension and it's gonna form into a really soft ball of dough. Sprinkle some rice flour. Add some more rice flour on top and let it proof for about 2 hours. You can also place this proofing basket for the last 15 minutes into the freezer. This will help to kind of chill the dough and help you with your score. In 2 hours, preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes with your Dutch oven inside of the oven. Flip the dough out onto a parchment paper. Get a new razor blade. Score your bread. Add the scored dough into the Dutch oven and add a couple ice cubes in there to create steam. Bake for 45 minutes with the lid on. in about 5 to 10 minutes with the lid off. Let the bread completely cool before you cut into it. If you cut into it, if it's still too hot, it's going to be very gummy. Once it's completely cooled, cut in half. Should be very fluffy and baked through. And you're ready to serve. Make some sandwiches or serve with some soup. Also, you can make avocado toast. The recipe and the written directions are linked in the description box below.